Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be 5 signs you make people nervous. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for the people in the back. Listen, y'all. This video is gonna be based upon all the signs of how you know you make people nervous. Yes, sir. Now let me say this, y'all. You got big energy. Yes, sir. Let me get a few of y'all to drop it in the comments, y'all. Make sure you drop in the comments and say big energy. Now, I know it's flattering to hear. I understand it may be hard to believe. I get it. It's hard to find truth. But I want you to realize something. You make people nervous, okay? And in this video, I'm going to go ahead and break down each and every sign of how you know you make people nervous. But before I do that, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. And not only that, be sure to drop in the comments and say big energy. Oh, yeah. Make sure you drop in the comments and say big energy. Now, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Now, the first sign you make people nervous is going to be this, chosen one. You are attractive. All right? Let me say it one more time for the people louder in the back. Now, I get it. You probably haven't understood me. But let me say it again, y'all. You make people nervous because you are attractive. All right? Now, I understand that may be hard to believe. But I'm going to go ahead and get into this of why you should believe it and you must understand it. Now, I want to say this, y'all. I'm not saying that people are ugly. Okay, let me just say that, y'all. I don't believe that there's no ugly person on earth, okay? I believe that beauty is on the skin deep, all right? Let me say it one more time, y'all. I believe that beauty is on the skin deep. As a matter of fact, drop in the comments and say beauty is on the skin deep. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it can be somebody who's very beautiful, a man who's very handsome, okay, but got the ugliest soul. But it can be somebody who is not deemed as attractive on the outside, but got the most beautiful spirit. Right? So what I'm simply saying is you are attractive in all ways. And that's why you make people nervous. Now, y'all remember when you had your first crush, maybe it was middle school, okay? It could have been elementary, right? High school, of course. You remember how they made you feel? That nervous feeling you got whenever they came around? Them butterflies you attained in your stomach whenever you seen that person? Or how you felt, right, when that person spoke to you? It's very similar to this, y'all. Okay, you make people nervous. You may see this a lot when you're dating, right? A relationship, of course, okay? You may see this a lot, especially dating though, right? And again, this can go for a job too, y'all, right? Now, understand this though. A lot of people get nervous because of your energy, right? And with you being attractive, you can just kind of tell it. You can see the glare in their eye. You can see how they approach you, how they act towards you, right? Versus somebody else, once again, who is looked at as less attractive, you can tell how they act towards them. See, they can't resist you, but they can resist them. See, they come to you with kindness, respectful, loving, right? Inviting. But to them, they just, go ahead and do it, right? They just, they don't have the patience for them. But they got a whole bunch of patience for you, though, right? And why is that? That's because you are attractive. Now, let me get into the nervous side of this, y'all. When you are attractive, people just want to stay and remain in your presence, right? Your attractiveness brings an energy to it, right? Your attractiveness brings some type of vibe to their life. And so they want to stick around for that, right? Who don't want to be seen with their attractive woman? Who don't want to be seen with their attractive guy? Who don't want to? But you got to understand there's things that come within that. See, they see you as this thing that is so far-fetched, they can't have access to it. So whenever they get around it, what happens, Reno? They get nervous. See, you got real big energy, and you're going to have to accept that, y'all. Again, you'll be able to tell this when you see the glare in their eyes, however they speak about you, however they speak to you, right? You are attractive, and this is why you make people nervous. You're going to have to pay attention to the signs, y'all, all right? And once again, I'm not saying that nobody is ugly because, once again, I believe that beauty is on the skin deep. And be sure to drop that in the comments as well. But that's true, y'all. Now, the second sign that you make people nervous is going to be this, y'all. They don't want to get on your bad side. They don't want to get on your bad side. Now, you may see this with the parent who's very strict or the parent who don't play the radio, right? I know everybody had that parent, or maybe you may be that parent who don't play the radio with your kids, right? I ain't saying you just mean. I ain't saying you're a bad parent. I'm just saying you don't play the radio, all right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I don't play the radio. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, I don't play the radio. Now, what they got to do with anything, Reno, what that has to do with is people know not to try you on no BS, right? People know not to come in your vicinity on some BS, right? They understand that, okay, this person don't play the radio. So what they want to do is remain their position. They want to keep their position. They know they got one time to mess up. They got one time to show their tail. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to cut them off. You're going to withdraw their position, right? Or you just going to allow them not to be in your life no more, okay? You're going to allow a person to exit your life. You don't need them, okay? And so what happens is, y'all, you're going to make a lot of people nervous because they don't want to lose their spot to you. They don't want to lose their benefits from you. They don't want to lose that value that you bring to their lives. They don't want to lose it, okay? Once again, y'all, somebody drop in the comments and say I'm valuable. Oh, yeah. Drop in the comments and say you valuable. Y'all remember when y'all tried to get that job, right? Or when y'all was getting your first job, or not even your first one, just any job, right? And when you went to that job, you went up there, suit and tie, you ready? Or whatever the dress code was, you ready? And you knew if you messed up one time in that interview, that could possibly be your job. And so you was uptight, sticking, you done been there, you know how it is. You talking in your holier than thou voice. I mean, you just straight up on point, articulate, right? You done threw all the street terminology out the window. Why? You got to pay them bills. You got kids to take care of. You got responsibilities. Well, this happened to be very similar to this situation right here, y'all. Okay? What happens is they know that you are valuable. They know that you come with benefits. They know these things. So what's going to happen is, y'all, you're going to make them nervous, right? They want to keep their spot around you. They want to keep that position. It's no different from the people who are around Jay-Z and Beyonce. And I know I use them a lot. I'm not saying they are the end all be all. But what I am saying is they got some value. And that's the same thing with you. You have value. And so you're going to make a lot of people nervous because they don't want to get on your bad side. They know they got one time to mess up. And after that, it's over. All right? Somebody drop in the comments and say it's over. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments and say it's over. And so all I'm simply saying is, y'all, a big sign that number one, you have big energy, but number two, you make people nervous is going to be, they're going to try so hard not to get on your bad side, okay? Because they want to keep getting those benefits. Now, the third sign of how you know you make people nervous is going to be this, chosen ones. They're trying to impress you, all right? Let me say it one more time, louder for the people in the back. Listen, y'all. They are trying to impress you. They coming with their best suit. They coming with their best food. They coming with their best whatever, okay? They're trying to impress you to prove to you that I'm your star player or I can be your star player. They're trying to prove to you that you can trust me, right? They're trying to prove to you that they can be what you need them to be. Now, why is this bad, Reno? The reason why this is bad is because what are your intentions? What are your motives? Matter of fact, somebody drop in the comments and say, what are your motives? Oh yeah, drop in the comments and ask, what are your motives? See, when a person is trying to prove something to you, those are the individuals you need to pay attention to. See, whenever you come into somebody's life or vice versa, you should be being yourself. Why? Because you ain't got nothing to prove. Either you want to be around me or you don't. Okay? Either I'm going to like you or I'm not. Either you're going to love me for who I am or hate me for who I'm not. And so all I'm simply saying, y'all, is this right here. You got to pay attention to those who are trying to impress you, right? You're going to make them real nervous because they know their true intentions. How many of y'all seen the movie Black Messiah? This was the movie that was about Black Panthers, Fred Hampton, the chairman, right? The Black Panthers, Fred Hampton, the chairman. The guy who they end up assassinating, right, later on in the movie because of what he stood for, the Black Panthers, right? But understand this, y'all. It was an infiltrator inside the organization who brought the whole thing down, y'all. He broke the whole thing down. What simply happened was he was trying to prove to them that, look, I'm your star player. Y'all can trust me, right? Whole time he was an informant for the FBI. Infiltration, y'all. Once again, I told y'all, I'm going to say it again. Ships don't sink from the water on the outside of the boat. They sink from the water they get in. That's infiltration once again, y'all. All right? You got to pay attention to those who are trying to infiltrate you, okay? And you're going to be able to tell because you're going to make them nervous. They're going to try so hard to impress you, right? So hard to, look, you can trust me. You got to pay attention to those who are trying to prove a point to you, all right? So understand that, y'all. You're going to make them type of people nervous, okay? And so if that resonated with y'all, make sure you drop in the comments and let me know. Now, the fourth sign you made people nervous is going to be this, y'all. They don't want to be exposed. Oh, yeah, y'all. This going to be one of the biggest ones, y'all. They don't want to be exposed. Now, Reno, why wouldn't they want to be exposed? Because they know their true motives. They know their true intentions. They know what they're there for anyway, right? This is like the person who come around you and they know what they're there for. They know what they're looking for, but they can't tell you that until they get what they want. These when people start showing their true colors. This is when people start showing you who they really are, right? And I got a scripture on this, y'all. Right here it says in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 13, it says, but everything exposed by the light becomes visible, and everything that is illuminated becomes a light. Let me say it one more time for the chosen ones in the back. Listen, y'all. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 13 says, but everything exposed by the light becomes visible, and everything that is illuminated becomes a light. What does that mean, Reno? So all that simply means is, in this scripture, is that you are going to expose them with your light, right? And those who are already a light can't necessarily be exposed because they've exposed themselves. It's nothing to prove. There's no point to prove. You are who you are, right? Like with you walking in the light. With me, I'm walking in the light. So if a person shines light on me, more light is just going to become of more light, right? Flame is going to a flame, more flames. That's it. But see, when you shine light in darkness, things are exposed. And so all I'm simply saying is, y'all, they want to be around you, but they don't want to be exposed. So you're going to make them nervous. Oh, yeah, you're going to make them nervous. This happens when you're dating people. Oh, yeah, this happened when you're in a relationship. Oh, yeah, this happened when you're in a friendship. You begin to expose people, and this is when they start getting nervous, right? This is when people start getting nervous because their light is on them. Their light is on them. And it's only a matter of time before you expose them for their darkness. Somebody drop in the comments and say, it's a matter of time. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments and say it's a matter of time. All right. And so as I conclude this point, y'all, realize that they are around you, but they do not want to be exposed. So they are going to start showing nervous tendencies. All right. And so with that being said, y'all, we're going to conclude this with number 5. You have a strong spirit. Yes, sir. You have a strong spirit. All right. You have a discerning spirit. Right? The type of spirit you have, y'all, you can expose a person just by how you feel. The type of spirit you have, y'all, you can tell when something ain't right. The type of spirit you have, y'all, is strong. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I have a strong spirit. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, I have a strong spirit. All right. Now, I want to go ahead and get directly into the scripture on this one, y'all, because this is very powerful once again. Now, right here in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14, it says, the person without spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, but considers them foolishness and cannot understand them because they are discerned only through the Spirit. Let me say it one more time, y'all. The person without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, but considers them foolishness and cannot understand them because they are discerned only through the Spirit. See, this is the difference between a worldly spirit, okay, and a spiritual spirit, meaning a spirit that comes from God, okay? A worldly spirit and the spirit that comes from God. There's a difference, y'all. And so a good example of this, y'all, is like the person who's for you and the person who's not for you, right? The person who's for you and the person who's not for you. See, a person who's for you, they'll be able to withstand your spirit. The person who's for you, they'll be able to take your spirit. They'll be able to handle your spirit. Why? Because they don't got nothing to hide. They don't got nothing to prove. They come as they are, and they are who they say they was. They don't got no point to prove. They're not scared of your spirit. See, those who are afraid of your spirit are those who are not of the spirit of God. Those are the people who are not for you. That's why they get nervous when they are around you, because they know they're not for you. They know they're hindering you. They know they're holding you back. They know they're trying to stop you. They know they're working for the enemy. See, you got to watch these type of individuals, y'all. And so all I'm simply saying is, you have a strong spirit, and you're going to make people nervous who have the opposite of what you have. Knowing that they're not for you, knowing that they don't have good intentions for you. And you just got to accept that and realize that, y'all. And so as I conclude this, y'all, we're going to conclude it with a recap. Understand this, y'all. These are the 5 signs that you make people nervous. The first sign, you are attractive. The second sign, they don't want to get on your bad side. The third sign, they are trying to impress you. The fourth sign, they don't want to be exposed. And the fifth sign is you have a strong spirit, all right? I want you to internalize that. Drop in the comments below and let me know if you resonated with that, okay? I told y'all this was a prophetic, divine, and on-time message. And so with that being said, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all check out any one of the links in my description. Check out any one of my books. That's Rich Mentality, 8 Steps to Self-Publishing a Successful Book, Traumatized by Love, as well as Fairly Unequal. Also, be sure to check out any one of my memberships. That's my YouTube membership as well as my Patreon. And don't forget, y'all, I just dropped my social influence course where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author so you can leverage your expertise. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments social influence if you want to build up your social influence. Click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.